Should I change my name on my resume to avoid hiring discrimination? My name's Shauna Cole, and this is Career Interrupted. So many job seekers face discrimination and bias in the recruitment process. And working with people from all over the world, I've heard some of the same concerns time and time again. One is that they're concerned that their name is actually getting them screened out of the hiring process. So this is for folks who have sort of non-traditional North American names. Are you getting screened out because hiring managers are making assumptions about you based on your name? Based on my experience, for sure you are. For sure you are. So I have absolutely seen a scenario where a hiring manager more than once has screened someone out of the process because of the way their name appears on the resume and the sets of assumptions that they're making based on that name. So I'm not saying that this is right or fair, because it's not. But it's absolutely real. Candidates get screened out on the basis of their name all the time. I went so far as I actually heard a manager one time call a candidate the N-word on the basis of his name. He said, I don't want to interview this guy. He's an N-word, so we're not going to have him in. He won't fit with my team. All of that came from the guy's name, a highly qualified candidate. Okay, today, I'm talking about, should you change your name on your resume to get more interviews? I'm going to give you 5 important things to consider if you're thinking about potentially changing your name on your resume to get in front of more employers. I really hate to think that you're not getting interviews on the basis of your name, but at the same time, I want to be real with you and invite you to consider that as a possibility for you not landing the interviews that you want to be landing. I don't love the idea of you changing your name, and I can't honestly imagine how that would make me feel if all of a sudden I'm gonna be Jaleesa, so call me Jaleesa. I'm not Shauna anymore. Like, there's something very weird and uncomfortable about that, and I just want to say, like, I can appreciate how odd that must feel. But if you're feeling seriously stuck and you're like, yeah, I'm game to try whatever, consider these 5 things before changing the name on your resume. Your resume is absolutely not a legal document. So you have absolutely zero requirement to put your true legal name on your resume. In fact, a lot of people don't put their legal name on their resume. Michael goes by Mike. Chow goes by Cindy. You see, so people don't always include their legal name on the resume. Now, you would have to disclose your legal name if you get to the point of a job offer and all that paperwork. And that's fine, but it's really not that uncommon for folks to have a name other than their legal name on their resume. Folks do have nicknames on their resume, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If someone tells you that your name is not impacting you at all, and you've got a name like Jamal or Rohit or whatever your name is, if an employer, if a peer, if a teacher, if someone is telling you your name is not impacting your ability to land a job interview, they are wrong. So please consider not listening to that advice. That set of assumptions that there is no bias in the recruitment process is dead wrong. I've seen the other side of it time and time again. There is bias, but it's not just me. There's like Harvard studies that will tell you absolutely your odds will double of getting an interview if you sound like you are from North America and you're white. So changing your name to a more white name will land you more interviews, period. And there's studies and data to support this. So there's this study done by Harvard Business School that shows candidates are actually 2 times more likely to get a call back if their name is perceived to be a white name. What's even worse, you could actually apply to the same job in your legal name and a name that sounds a little bit more white, not get called back for the job when you use your legal name, and get a call back when you use the more white sounding name. Again, this is not me making it up. There's a Harvard Business School study that supports all of this. I'll link it in the description so you can check that out too. If your resume sucks anyways, changing your name's probably not gonna help. So if your resume is already terrible and needing some work, you know if it is, right? Because you feel a little bit embarrassed sending it out and you don't feel proud of it. If your resume sucks and is needing some work, I would focus on, first of all, working on my resume, making that look better, and then probably testing with changing my name. So yeah, changing your name on your resume is not the end all be all solution to land more interviews. If your resume sucks now, it's still gonna suck when you change your name on it. Sorry, reality check. The most important thing to consider if you're thinking you're gonna change the name on your resume is to do what's right for you. Do what feels right for you and your life and your situation. I worked with a client once and he toyed with the idea of changing his name on the resume. Highly qualified guy, absolutely could not get interviews. And after reflecting on it, he was like, no, this feels super wrong for me. So I'm not going to do it. If it feels really wrong for you, by all means, don't do it. But if you're at a phase and you're saying, geez, I'm really open to trying anything at this point to try to land that interview, why not experiment a little bit and see what happens if you do change the name on your resume. I'd even go back and apply to jobs that I have already applied for with the new more North American looking name and see what happens. Okay, so this is a loaded topic, and to be completely honest, I can't believe we're still talking about discrimination in hiring like this. And I want to acknowledge that there are 2 perspectives to this argument. One is you are doing all you can in your control to overcome a broken system, and that's why you might change your name on your resume. And then the other perspective is like, are we really fixing anything if we're just getting people to change their names on their resume? Like, we're not getting at the root of the problem. But to be real, the root of the problem is something that's going to take a real long time to fix. And you probably need a job now. So depending on how you feel about this whole topic, and if you feel like it's something you could do or something that's totally wrong for you, I leave it to you to decide. It's a deeply, deeply personal decision. Sorry that we even have to have this conversation still in 2020. All right, did you find this video helpful? If you did, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Check out some other resources that I'm gonna link in the description to help you be successful in your job search. Thanks so much for watching today, and remember, make change work.